Welcome back, friends and family, to another episode of Independent Joe. Today we're going to go into two limited release bottles that are pretty, I don't know if they're pretty hard to find. When I bought it, they were pretty actually easy to find. But some might say in some areas they are limited bottles. I just happened to find a store that had multiples of these bottles, and I guess lucky me, or unlucky me, depending on what the flavor is of these bottles here. So I'm going to be going over these with you and talking about the different flavors that I get from them. Just like always, this is a versus battle between two square bottles. One of them called Blood Oath, and the other is an orphan barrel called Copper Tongue. Blood Oath Pact 7 is a 2021 release, and so is the Copper Tongue. Actually, Copper Tongue's about a couple of weeks old, or at least it hit our area in the past couple of weeks. Blood Oath has been out for I think about a month or maybe a little longer, but I'm pretty excited. A friend of mine, Adam, told me that this one's pretty good. It's probably not their best that they put out, but I might call it the best that they've put out, because this is the only Blood Oath I've ever bought. So I've tasted a couple before, but I don't even know which ones they were, and it was so long ago. But I got my own bottle now, and I'll be able to savor it and cherish it and love it and drink it whenever I want to, unless it tastes bad. So now this one I just bought a week ago. I haven't tasted it, but I was pretty cool enough to allow somebody to have a drink of it, because I wanted to make sure that it was my first tastings of these bottles when I paired them together. So I gave somebody else a sip of it, and they told me they really didn't like it. So I'm not sure what to think. But then I saw a YouTube video where three guys were coming together, and they made it sound like it's the best thing since sliced bread, and one of the best bourbon whiskeys that they ever had. So I'm not laughing at them, it's just so night and day with how people can, I guess, look at a bottle, taste a bottle, and come up to a conclusion. Whoa, that was kind of hard to spit that word out. A conclusion on how they were gonna rate these bottles. I don't know. I guess there's only one way to find out, but this one right here is MGP. For those of you who don't know what MGP means, it's Midwestern Grain Products. So, from Indiana. This right here is good old George Dickel. A lot of people don't like George Dickel, so maybe hence the individual who actually, who I gave some to, maybe he just doesn't like George Dickel. I don't know. And this, of course, is out of Cascade Hollow in Tennessee, and of course Bardstown, Kentucky, from Luxrow Distillery. So yeah, so that's a little bit about the bottles. You already know how they look. This one is kind of cheaply made. When I first saw it in the picture, I thought maybe it was a leather strap, like Four Roses has on their single barrels. But no, it's just a kind of a paper sticker, kind of folded over and not even evenly. This one's actually pretty nice with the barrel. They gave you a little wax thing right here, bottles engraved on the side. On this one, on this orphan barrel, there's really not much to show except for the stickers that are on there. So this one definitely put a little more love and thought into their bottle, especially at the price points they're putting them at. I think the MSRP on both of them is around $100. So good luck finding it for $100, by the way. But yeah, so I mean, just a little bit about the bottles. There's so much backstories on these, especially like Copper Tongue. I think they got the name from where I guess they were picking the barrels. They had to be careful because there was a lot of copperhead snakes out there, and so hence the name Copper Tongue for a copperhead snake. I think that's how they came up with that. Pact 7. Well, it's just they have their oath. I guess that this barrel right here, or this bottle right here that you're drinking out of, unless you have another bottle of this, you'll never see it again. Because, and that goes for both of these, because Blood Oath, Orphan barrels, these type of products are just one-offs. So once they are gone, they're gone. So I guess that's good to have. If you're a collector, I wasn't gonna buy one of these. I'm not really. I didn't have the other ones, and I didn't want to feel like I had to go get them. But I was like, why not? You know, I still don't feel like I have to go get the other ones. Hopefully, when I go by Adams over there in Oklahoma. Don't forget also Oklahoma, Skiatoke, Max Barbecue, best barbecue in the world. You gotta try them if you're in that area. But yeah, he has, I think, 5 and 6. So whenever I go out there, I'll probably bum some off of him and say, hey, can I bum a dram? So I think that's how that works, or is that a cigarette? But I don't smoke, so I don't know. Either way, I'm excited to taste these right here. Off topic, I guess congratulations is in order for the Lakers, I guess. I mean, they're getting some good players on their team over there. I mean, they're drafting. Were they drafting? They're selecting the players that they want to try to build, the ultimate team. I don't know. I mean, that's going to be one of those teams. You got other 31 other teams that with 31 other teams fans probably hating that. Me, I honestly, I really don't care anymore. After all the different moves and trying to find, trying to find teams to win a championship with, not everybody can be Isaiah Thomas or Michael Jordan or, who else? Kobe Bryant. Not everybody can be like those guys. I mean, there's a lot more that I didn't name. David Robinson. I mean, should I go through all the different teams and name off all the players that actually try to build around? But I digress. I mean, good on them, I guess. Build that team if that's what you got to do to win a championship or win another championship. It is what it is. It's a new era. I mean, it's the era of the three. Even centers are shooting threes. So I mean, I'm definitely old now, because thinking about that stuff is just like, man, nobody drives. Well, I won't say nobody. I mean, Russell Westbrook, who they just picked up, is a triple double king, and they got themselves a good player. When he was with the Rockets, him and damn, now I can't think of his name, but they made a good duo, but they couldn't win a championship together. And I believe he's now with the Nets with Kevin Durant. And I guess they could say they have kind of a super team too. I guess that's how some people look at that team. If you're interested, it'll probably be over by the time you see this video. But at 5 a.m. Tomorrow, which by the time this video's out, it'll be 5 a.m. today. The U.S. is going to play the Czech Republic, and we'll see how that goes. I'm pretty sure we're gonna demolish them, but you never know. Depends on who shows up to play, but I'm pretty sure that we'll be all right. Hopefully, we'll be all right. I'm also gonna say a special thanks to Pasib I believe it's one of my guys over there at Total Wine. I don't think that's his name. I think that's just his handle on YouTube. Thank you for subscribing. I really appreciate you. It's applause for you. Appreciate you. I hope stick around. Check out these videos coming out. And thank you for taking this journey with me. And again, if you haven't subscribed, please take 2 seconds, hit that subscribe button, and then follow along with a lot of these new bottles coming out, old bottles that I'll still be reviewing. Still got to go through some that I haven't reviewed. I think the next one's going to be a 12-year battle between High and Wicked and Amador 10 barrels. They're both 12 years, and hopefully hopefully that'll be a good battle. I mean, this is a battle between 2 square bottles, so a 12-year won't be too bad. Well, this one is a 16-year. This one is technically an 8-year, but it does have some 14-year-old juice in it. Back on topic. This is technically 8-year because it has 2 8-years, and if you know whiskey, that the oldest it can be is the lowest amount of years that it is. So that's as old as it can be. So you got 2 8 years in there and a 14-year. So the 8 years take precedent. It's not an average. You don't average it out. So they just assume, because they don't know how much whiskey of that 14-year is in here. So they got to assume it's very little. 8 years take precedent. I know one of those 8-year barrels was finished in a Sauternes cask. So if you don't know what a Sauternes cask is, it's like a wine cask, like French, I believe, wine. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, but you could look more on what is distinctive about a Sauternes cask or Sauternes wine, to let you know what type of cask this was finished in. At least one of the 8-year casks was finished in a Sauternes cask. So enough about the bottle. Is going to go ahead and go on the nose on glass A. Looks like it's pretty light coating on the glasses here. Yeah, on both of them actually. So yeah, that one's pretty good. My hands are a little bit shaky. Very sweet on the nose. Wow. Wow, a lot of vanilla on that. Got some a nutty aspect to it. Got some peanuts. Has a slight floral scent, but not too floral. It's just very nice. Goes along with that sweetness. I really like that one. You get a hint of ginger in there. But now I'm gonna go on the nose on glass B here. Looks like it's coating a little bit more. A little bit. Woo! That's straight corn. Wow. Got some apple in there. Definitely a little bit of cinnamon. A slight toasted barrel note comes through. Yeah, this one's actually, man, they're both actually pretty nice. Nose wise, man, that would be hard. This is like a sweet type cornbread. I like cornbread. This one's a little bit sweeter, fruit, vanilla, those type of flavors coming through. They're actually both pretty good on the nose. Who filled these cups? I don't think they're even. All right. So if I had to go in on the nose, damn, I'm definitely gonna go with. I'm gonna go with this one. There's a little bit more spice on that one, as you can tell. I'm gonna go on the first palate, first drink. Smells really nice. Pretty good spice on that. It's a pepper spice coming through. Definitely got that vanilla. Got some heat. I get some really ripe peach on the tongue. Definitely got those peanuts came through. I don't know if I should still going just a little bit. Has a little bit of a drying aspect to it. Not too much. Not too bad. I wouldn't even say it's overly drying. There's just where it starts to dry down. There's nothing kind of left there as in flavor. Just those peanuts. Yeah, so you got your vanilla, your pepper, not really too much else. That peach, those peanuts. I don't think the finish on this is really. I'm gonna say it's short. It's not really. It's not really much. Once it gets on the tongue, once it gets back to the throat, I mean, some of the spice is still lingering, but other than the spice lingering, there's really not much flavor on the tongue. I think that's what makes it seem like it's drying, but it's not really drying because my mouth doesn't feel dry. It just feels like I just got through eating like a bag of peanuts or something. Well, I'm gonna cleanse my palate and go in on this next one. Hopefully it's a little bit different. Yeah, it didn't take much to wipe that flavor away, so let's see what happens with this one right here. Wow, that apple is really coming through now. It's apple strudel with some cinnamon on it. Very smoky. A lot of oak. I'll say that the nose is definitely it has a lot more elements to it than on the flavor. It does have a cinnamon spice on there. Cinnamon spice pulled through. No longer has that apple strudel taste or flavors coming through. It starts off kind of creamy, but then it gets really thin. Has that has like a leathery smoke. Does that make sense? It's just like a leather and a smoke like combined flavor to it. I guess you would describe it as a tobacco, but just a lot of oak on this. It's sweet, don't get me wrong. Definitely very little spice at all. This one had more spice on it. I don't think I told you the proofs. This one right here is at 98.6, while this one is at cask strength now at 89.8. I don't know how that works, but if I had to guess, I would think that this is the higher proof, just because of that spice. I know I didn't talk mash bills. I didn't even get the mash bills on these, but this one right here is very sweet and inviting on the nose. It still is, like crazy. And it starts off like it's gonna be creamy, but then it just goes straight to thin. It just dies off. I mean, some of the flavors are there, but again, it's that old smoky leather tobacco flavor. I'm not gonna say I'm mad at it, or I don't appreciate what it is. Whatever it is, it's different. It has a different flavor to it. I don't get. See, I'm trying to get one of these to tell me that it's George Dickel, and I haven't been able to find that on either of these, so I don't know which one's which. So, wow, I can't even tell which one I'd pick. Just A and B in them while I'm trying to figure this out. I think I'm gonna have to go with this one. I like these flavors. I don't have a problem with them. I just like the more vanilla, your pepper. I just wish it was a little more coating like this one, and then going into this one right here, it just like dries out, and then you feel like you just ate, like I said, a bag of like peanuts. So they're both the same to me. Now, would I recommend these? If you have Pact 4, you have Pact 3, you have all the packs, or you started your collection late and you want to make sure that you have Pact 7, grab it. If you're an orphan barrel, rhetoric type collector, I am not. Get it. I mean, add it to your collection. At a minimum, you got your different bottles, your different stories. Your part of the collection. Grab it. I mean, you're gonna do it anyways, and so it doesn't matter whether I think it's good, because you might think otherwise, because everybody's palate is different. I'm not saying either of these are bad, but for me, I probably would try it before I buy it. If you are expecting like something that's going to be life-changing, some kind of crazy flavors that you're going to get from these, I mean, $100 bottle, I guess you can do worse than a 16-year-old whiskey from Tennessee, George Dickel. You might as well buy, the George Dickel 15-year. You probably get some of the same flavors. I don't out of this one. I'll admit that. I don't know what type of process they used over there in Sleepy Hollow. I know Cascade Hollow, but I don't want to mistake minerality for maybe a different flavor, maybe just an earthy type tone, or maybe something that's overly like rye, or some kind of mint flavor, and all of a sudden, oh man, it's a. So I'm not gonna say this tastes like George Dickel, and if it did, I'd probably like it more, but it doesn't. So back to what I recommended. Sure, like I said, if you're a collector, collect them. I'm going with, man, I'm going with this one. I'm just going to go with it because either way, if you collect these bottles, grab one. Me, I already did, so I can't take it back. BO, which is kind of crazy because it didn't smell bad at all. On the nose, I think I like this one better anyways, but yeah, so there we go. Blood Oath took this one. Copper Tongue, Orphan Barrel took this one. Or didn't take this one. Blood Oath did, so cheers to Blood Oath. Now the flavor is a little bit better than the a little bit better than the Orphan Barrel. I keep calling it Copper Tongue, but the nose on this is so much better. I just went if the nose came through with the flavors that it had with that apple strudel, that cinnamon, all that corn, toasted barrel, I would definitely be putting this as number one, but it doesn't. It's all oak and leather and tobacco and smoke. And if you are that one of those people, I would have to think that a cigar would probably go good with this. I don't smoke. I know that's sacrilegious in some circles that don't smoke a stogie with your bourbon. I just don't do it, but nothing wrong for those people that do. And I would think that this one would go great because it definitely wouldn't mess with any of those flavors that are going through. I know what stogie smells like and tastes like, but and it does have those common flavors, and this nose is really good. Anyhow, yeah, it's almost like wow, right there I got like an oil can. Anyways, I already said this one won. That oil can ain't gonna change my mind on the Copper Tongue here. So I appreciate you again tuning in. Appreciate your support. Thank you. I freaking care and hope that all of you just continue with your support and love you guys. Thank you for your time and have a good night. And of course, have a good night. Take care.